What can we do without food? We all know food is essential in the existence of man. Hello and welcome to CUISINE African. I'm your host, Lilian Ogazi. Now we all know Africa is a continent that is huge. It has diverse traditions, diverse cultures, and alongside with these diverse traditions and beautiful cultures, we have tasty meals along with it. Now here on CUISINE African, we're going to bring to your television a lovely and tasty African dish. Do stay tuned with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. So today on the show, we're going to be with a special guest who is going to be preparing a really lovely delicacy for us. We're with Mrs. Billy, and she's going to tell us what she has for us today. Good afternoon, Ma.
Good afternoon.
So please, Ma, what do you have on the menu for us today?
I'm going to prepare Banga soup.
Oh my God, I love Banga soup, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it too. For our meal today, we're going to be using started. What do we have?
We have a Banga nut, but before I get into that, I need to quickly wash my hands.
Okay.
Then the first thing, you bring your Banga nuts, put them in the bowl. Now we are washing the Banga. I'm trying to make a Banga soup for about 3 people. You get it properly washed to avoid sand and other things that you can find inside it. We are done washing it. We put it in a filter to drain off the first water from it. For you to be very sure it's properly clean, you can do a second wash. To avoid particles like this on it, you do a second wash. Put them back again in the filter. Straight to the pot. You can as well get your pot closer, like I'm doing now. You pour them into the pot. Add more water, which is okay. You get back to the gas. You get your gas on. The Banga is on the gas now. The Banga will take about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to cook. We are cooking the Banga with turkey meat and a little of beef meat for those who eat beef. So I'm going to get the turkey washed and put in a pot to cook. This is the turkey. I'm going to get it washed too. Our turkey is properly washed. Because of the nature of the turkey, I'm not going to steam it. I'm only going to spice it down. Because Banga takes a long time to get thickened. So while we are waiting for the Banga to get thick, the possibility of the turkey to cook is already there. So I don't begin to cook it specially like some people normally cook turkey.
In a situation where I'm using beef or snail or periwinkle, okay, we already have periwinkle as part of the spices, so I'll need to spice it separately.
If you are cooking beef, because of the nature of beef, you need to cook the beef properly.
Okay.
You have to cook your beef separately. Make sure it is properly cooked. So by the time your banga soup is getting thick, you can now add the beef.
Okay.
But because of the nature of turkey, I don't need to begin to cook it separately because it's not a hard meat. Okay. So I'll just spice it down. When I'm done with my extract, I'll allow it to boil like about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll put my turkey inside it, and it cook alongside with the soup.
Right.
A little salt. I spice with pepper too. Then I have my, just a little of it. I'm through with spicing it.
So after the spicing of the turkey, what's the next step?
The next step is to check the banga to know how far it has cooked.
Okay.
So that we can extract it.
Okay.
This is our banga boiling. And from the look of the face, yes, it has cooked. So we need to extract it now. I'm going to off my gas. Normally, some people extract with their hand, but because of the hot nature, I'm going to put it in the mortar, pour off the hot water first from it. And put it in the mortar to pound a little to be able to extract it. Our mortar has been washed before. We put it in the mortar.
As you can see, the banga has been pounded. So, Ma, please, what's the next step? How does this extraction happen?
Okay, you add water. Okay. Not too much. You now use your hand. Normally, if not because of the hot nature of the banga, this is what I'm supposed to do instead of pounding it. Okay. So, but you pan to allow it, make it easy for you to extract the liquid that you need as the banga soup. We do it this way. So I'll get my smaller plates like this. What you need is the liquid. You pour it into the filter. We are done with the extract. Now that we are done with the extract, the next thing we do is we turn our gas on. Our gas is on for the extract to cook like about 5 minutes before I put the turkey that is seasoned.
We'll be right back. While we're waiting for the banga to season up, we're going to go on a short break. Please do stay tuned, stay glued back, because when we come back, we'll get back to our dish.
Okay, our banga is cooking. Because we have not cooked the turkey before, I'll put it right into the banga that has been boiling, which is our extracted banga. it will now cook together with the turkey will now cook together with the banga itself. That's the liquid, the extract. We leave it for 10 to 15 minutes before we begin to put our spice. We make more water and it will become more watery instead of it getting thickened up. So we leave it open to be cooking. This is a root. It's a root that you add also to banga soup. It has its own aroma and it also helps it to thicken fast. We'll drop it now that the soup is boiling. You don't eat it, it's a kind of seasoner to the banga. It's a root from the ground. It's just a kind of seasoner. You don't chew it, you don't swallow it, but the aroma and the taste goes into the banga. It also helps it to thick. You add this soup for thickener, but whereby you are not too satisfied that it will get thickened the way you want, to also use a thickener that is an optional. You can use your yam, dice it in little bits. It's getting ready gradually. It's beginning to thick gradually. At this point, I need the pepper. I'm going to use the whole of this pepper because of the fresh fish, because we are making this banga soup with fresh fish and turkey meat. I have the blended spice and the unblended one. Most cases, it's better you pick both, you blend by yourself. And these are the banga spice. One is otaiko, which is this. Then ogoreje, which is the flat one. There are two. Then you now have, let me put the blended one before I bring out the next two.
So for the meal, we're going to be using only the blended one? Yes.
I've added the blended spice. I'll add a little salt. I'll also add my blended crayfish. Our fish is going to go in last because we all know how fish is. It's not very strong. So we don't want it to, at least we want to serve it the way it is. I'm trying to look at the yam that I put there for thickener. But if you look at the face of the soup, it's already getting thick gradually. The yam is not yet cooked, so I return it back and give it some time again. While we are waiting for the soup, we'll put our water for eba. Because we are serving it with eba. Thick. We now add the dry fish to give it a super taste. Then we add the fresh fish. Since the banga is getting thick, all the things we need to add to the banga we go in almost at the same time because the soup is ready. When you are churning, you have to be careful. After this first turn, I might not turn it again because of the fresh fish. We allow it to cook.
So at this stage, we have the banga already cooking. So please, how ready is it? Do we still need to add any other thing, or it's just, it looks really nice, so it's just ready to eat?
We need to add the leaf and our periwinkle.
Okay.
The leaf is called beletete. You just add it up. It has this sweet bitter taste on it. So those are the two last things we'll add to the banga, and in the next 2 seconds we bring them down. Here comes our leaf. We soak it in the water just to allow particles of sand go down. In process, I think I've noticed some that comes with sand. So for that reason, you keep it in the water for a while, and that will enable all the whole sand settle under to avoid you having sand in your banga soup. We will now use the filter later to bring out the balance of it, but meanwhile we check what we have. See what our banga soup looks like. It's already thick, ready to eat. So we now add our periwinkle. We all know what periwinkle is all about. I'll add a little water to reduce sand, if any. You might notice I just added a little boiled water, just because of, in case if there are sands and other particles on it. I need to filter this away to add a fresh water to it. And you can see how black the first water is. Add another fresh water to it. Some corn with salt, you also wash to reduce the salt content on it. They come salted sometimes. You wash to reduce the salt. If you look at the background of my plate, you can notice some particles of sand. That is why we wash thoroughly, to make sure that you don't have sand in your soup. Now my soup is ready. I'm adding my spice, which is the Maggi cube, already squeezed down.
So our banga soup is ready, and I must confess it looks really beautiful. I can't wait to dish into it, but before it's served, let's take a short break. Please do stay tuned, we'll be right back. Oh, this is lovely. This is totally amazing. Like, you should try it at home. What do you think?
Absolutely lovely.
Banga soup is something you should eat. It's something you can eat any day, anytime. It's really, really tasty. And that's a wrap on Cuisine Africana. I really have to get back to this. So see you again same time next week. Bye.